Hey guys, and welcome back to my podcast, Teaching with Jules. Today we're talking about how to approach sustainability in the classroom. So as a teacher or an educator, you have three main areas to focus on. So the type of learning you want them to experience, the pedagogies, and the type of study you want them to conduct. So when teaching sustainability, firstly, educators must account for the type of learning they want students to do, such as your shared, constructive, or reflective learning. Secondly, educators must know how to teach different pedagogies, such as environmental pedagogy, which is when students recognize the importance of environment issues for humans and non-humans. You've got experiential pedagogy, where students learn through doing, and you've got place-based pedagogy, where local knowledge has a focus on culture, history, environment, and art. And lastly, educators are responsible for the type of study conducted in class, so it can be nature study, where students develop an understanding and appreciation of the natural environment through first-hand observations, or it can be conservation study, where students take action for the preservation of species and flora. Personally, I believe the best way to educate students on sustainability would be to teach in many aspects. So I would provide all three pedagogies that I listed above, so environmental, experiential, and place-based. So putting it into practice, I would use environmental pedagogy to allow students to connect on a personal level and allow them to see and make their own changes within their life. A way you could do that in regard to deforestation and koalas is through just a simple, clear explanation that koalas and other native animals are not human and do need to rely on the forestry to survive. For experiential pedagogy, you would use it in the sense of nature study, so allowing students to connect emotionally through exposure, therefore allowing them to reevaluate their values. A way you can incorporate it in regard to deforestation can be by taking the students out to count plants or trees. And then you've got place-based pedagogy, so allowing students to create an ethic of care by relating it to history and culture. A way to incorporate into your classroom again would be by hiring possibly an Indigenous Aboriginal to come into the school and teach the students on how we can best conserve koalas and their natural habitat. To sum it up, learning that is both intellectual and emotional impacts attention, focus, and memory, which ultimately increases learning, therefore meaning that multiple exposures and pedagogies allow for full comprehension within the students. To further this, I would provide all three learning environments, so shared, constructive, and reflective learning. This would be seen as all the students working together on fieldwork activities to learn about the issue collaboratively and create possible solutions. So just to sum that all up, all three learning environments and pedagogies will consolidate the importance and significance of sustainable forestry and create students who will continue to exhibit sustainable lifestyles in the future. So that's my reasoning behind which type of pedagogies and environments I would use personally to teach students and what you can use and how you can use it. So thank you for listening in today. I hope you incorporate sustainability practices in your classroom. And in next week's podcast, we'll be talking about how you can incorporate sustainability across cross-curricular priority groups.